The crowded race for the Democratic presidential nomination has started to winnow, and this week we'll learn which of the remaining 21 candidates will be on the debate stage next month. It's likely just half of the field will meet the polling and donor requirements. Lisa Desjardins reports that the 2020 hopefuls are competing for attention and dollars.
So please go to joebiden.com and sign up and join our campaign. We need your help.
As the 2020 Democratic candidates debate policy, at the heart of the crowded race is a fight for money. The race's top 5 candidates in the polls are also the top 5 fundraisers.
I hope I can look to you to continue helping us grow this movement.
Leading the pack, the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg. He raised nearly $25 million from April to June of this year, according to financial filings. Former Vice President Joe Biden followed with $22 million. Then 3 senators, beginning with Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren, $19 million. Then Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, $18 million. In 5th, California Senator Kamala Harris, $11.8 million.
$1, $5, $10, whatever they can, to make sure that we're able to get our message out there.
After that, a stark gap in the field in both money raised and polling, with a brutal fight for funds among the remaining candidates.
It's been a real slog trying to come out of the crowd.
Michelle Yehi Lee covers money and politics for The Washington Post.
The more and more that the 5 do better, the gap just continues to grow.
I am running an insurgent campaign.
Unable to close that distance, Massachusetts Congressman Seth Moulton and Washington State Governor Jay Inslee dropped out of the race last week. Both had yet to meet fundraising or polling qualifications for the 3rd Democratic debates in September.
People pitching in $1, $5, $10, $20. And that's the spirit that I'm going to move forward in this campaign.
Julian Castro last week became only the 10th candidate to qualify for the debates. So far, that leaves 11 others off next month's stage.
I am asking for your help.
Even the top 5 fundraisers have been struggling to pull in steady funds among the crowded field. And how they're going about it varies greatly.
You see Joe Biden really coming out of the gate with a fundraiser, a private fundraiser held at the Comcast executive's home, and this is kind of like old school.
I'm not taking a dime of PAC money in this campaign.
At the other end of the spectrum is Elizabeth Warren, who has rejected that type of fundraising overall completely. And she's only raising money from grassroots donors, and she's doing really well.
I stand before you to officially launch my campaign for a 2nd term as President of the United States.
And then there is President Donald Trump's re-election campaign, which he kicked off right after his inauguration in 2017. Mr. Trump's re-election effort has so far outraised all the Democratic candidates and the Democratic National Committee combined by about $100 million, with a mix of small donors and multi-million-dollar closed fundraisers. That's giving his campaign a decided advantage at targeting voters.
He's been able to shape the message online and on TV, run ads, really get to know the voter base very well and know how to reach these people so that they could turn out on Election Day for him.
Democratic donors, on the other hand, especially the high-dollar ones, are largely still untapped. Many donors are still waiting for the race to narrow before making their contributions, while smaller donors are spreading their money across several different candidates.
They know the money is out there. The question is whether the money spigot is going to really open up in time for the presidential nominee to be able to catch up to the lead that President Trump has.
Please give at least $1 so I can get those donations up.
Candidates who don't make the 3rd debate stage in less than 3 weeks will likely need to reevaluate whether they have the cash or support to stay in the race. And that's good news for anxious Democratic donors who say a final Democratic nominee can't come soon enough.